Krishna, everyone. Welcome to day 21 of the Vrajamandal Parikrama. And today we will continue our Vrajamandal Parikrama and we'll walk from Sri Nanda Gaon to Kokilavan.
Harivo.
Om Jnanatimidandhasya
Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We'd like to welcome all of the wonderful devotees who have joined us over YouTube Live, devotees who have joined us over Facebook Live, and dear devotees who have joined us over Zoom. Welcome to each and every one of you to this day 21 of Sri Vraja Meditations 2.0. And before we continue our session, we would like to announce and congratulate the participants of the quiz session from yesterday. We'd like to congratulate Hari Prasad Prabhu, Nada Amrita Radhika, Anjudi, Shimanta Dvi Prabhu and Vaijayanti Lalita Mataji, Meetanjali Pradhan Mataji, Nutan Purohit Mataji, Hari Krishna Madhali Prabhu and Ananga Mohini Gopika. Thank you all so very much for participating in the quiz session from yesterday.
So today we will discuss in Sri Vraja Meditations 2.0, day 21, what did Lord Shiva desire from Mother Yasoda?
Haribo.
Then we walk from Nandagaon to Kokilavan, where we have darshan of Sri Aasheshwar Mahadev, Ter Kadamba, Javat, and from there we go to Kokilavan, where we have a night stay. At all these Lila Sthalis, we offer our heartfelt prayers. And then we end our discussion today with the glories of Kartik month, along with a sweet pastime to enhance our Japa. So let us offer our humble obeisances at our starting point here at Sri Nanda Gaon before we start our parikrama. And let us take blessings of Sri Sri Radha Damodar, Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Vargas, begging them to allow us to complete our parikrama of Sri Vraja Mandala. We understand that by doing this parikrama, we are engaging in Pada Sevanam. By walking in the Lord's holy dham, we are directly serving the lotus feet of the Lord. And let us pray, O Lord Damodar, just as Mother Yasoda bound you with the rope of her love, we beg you to please allow us to bind you and your dearest Sri Radhe in our hearts with this loving parikrama. With this wonderful prayer, feeling deeply ecstatic, we will continue our parikrama. And today we will walk around 22 kilometers. So here's the map of Sri Vraja Mandala showing where we have covered so far in the yellow line. And here's the map showing the route we will take today, going from Nandagaon to Kokilavan. So while performing ecstatic kirtan, we arrive at our first destination today, which is Aasheshwar Mahadev.
So Lord Shiva, we have seen that Lord Shiva has a very, very deep, a very special connection with the pastimes of Sri Krishna. So we come here to this beautiful temple of Sri Aasheshwar Mahadev. So this Lord Shiva The pastime here is that Lord Shiva, he actually desired to see the childhood form of Sri Krishna. So Lord Shiva, he disguised himself as a yogi and he came to the palace of Nanda Baba. And when he came, Mother Jashoda, seeing the fierce form of Lord Shiva dressed up as a yogi, he had bhasma, he had ashes all over. So Mother Yashoda got a little scared. She got very, very scared and she refused to bring out baby Krishna. And Lord Shiva, he started pleading Mother Yashoda that please, please, Mother Yashoda, let me see your Kanha, let me see your Kanha. And then Lord Shiva, he started singing very beautifully. O Maya Mori, dikha de mukh lal ka. That please, oh Maya, please show me the beautiful moon-like face of your Kanha. And when Lord Shiva, he started singing in this way, Krishna, listening to this beautiful singing of Lord Shiva, he started crying from inside the palace and he started pointing outside that Lord Shiva is standing outside. So Krishna started pointing to Mother Jashoda, ki, I want to go outside, I want to go outside. And Mother Jashoda, she understood that her baby wanted to go outside. So she brought her baby outside to meet the Yogeshwara, Lord Shiva. So she brought baby Krishna out to meet with Lord Shiva. And as soon as Lord Shiva saw baby Krishna and baby Krishna, he saw Lord Shiva. It was like a meeting of two old friends. And Lord Shiva was so grateful to see this childhood form of Krishna. He was so pleased and so grateful that he was allowed to see this childhood form of Krishna. So our acharyas explain that the word asha means hope or desire. So Lord Shiva's desire of meeting with Krishna was eventually fulfilled here by Mother Jashoda and Krishna himself. Thus, therefore, here Lord Shiva is very mercifully, he is known as Aasheshwar Mahadev. And here it is said, Srila Radharaman Maharaj, in fact, when we were all, entering this temple, Maharaj came in with us, and this is the deity of Lord Shiva. Jai Shri Aasheshwar Mahadev Shiva Shambhu ki Jai. Param Vaishnav Shiva Shambhu ki Jai. So Maharaj, he guided us. Srila Radharaman Maharaj. We can see here Maharaj is having a pot in his hand and he poured water on the Shivalinga. And Maharaj told all of us, he said, here Mahadev Shiva Shambhu is known as Aasheshwar Mahadev because he fulfills, because here Lord Shiva's desire to see baby Krishna was fulfilled. Thus, any of us who want to see Krishna, Lord Shiva grants us that benediction that we will be able to, our desire to see Lord Krishna can be granted here by Lord Shiva. So let us humbly beg while we are bathing Lord Shiva here along with Maharaj that please, please, one day, let that day come that we will be able to see Krishna face to face. Jai Shri Aasheshwar Mahadev Shiva Shambhu ki Jai.
So from here, we come to Ter Kadamba. This is a very, very peaceful place when we come here. Krishna often sat here under a Kadamba tree to play his wonderful flutes and call the cows back when it was time to go home.
Harivo.
Ter means call, and Kadamba is the Kadamba tree. The call from the Kadamba tree is Ter Kadamba. That's why this place is known as Ter Kadamba. And Srila Rupa Goswami, he also lived in Kadamba, right here, for many, many years. He was completely absorbed in compiling devotional masterpieces here, like the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the nectar of devotion.
Haribo.
Srila Rupa Goswami, he would sleep under a different tree every night, just so that he doesn't develop attachment even to a tree or to any particular place. So one day, Srila Sanatan Goswami told Rupa Goswami, do you know, because of this practice of yours, Srila Rupa Goswami, you are always giving so much trouble to Srimati Radharani. You are taking service from Sri Radhe? So Rupa Goswami said, why do you say that, my dear brother? Sanatan explained, Sri Radhe goes around every morning and cleans the area of 4 to 5 trees so that when you go there, you will be able to take rest properly. And when it is very sunny, Srimati Radharani spreads her pallu, her anchal, the end of her sari, and holds it as an umbrella over you so that you are protected from the sun.
Haribo.
So please, Rupa, stay at one place and don't trouble Srimati Radharani. That's when Srila Rupa Goswami decided to make this place, Kadamba, as his bhajan kutir.
Hari Haribo. Jai Jai Shri Radhe
Radhe.
Sham.
Srila Rupa Goswami once wrote a beautiful poem in which he described that when Srimati Radharani's hair is put in the front, her long, thick braid of hair appears like a black cobra.
Haribo.
And Rupa Goswami gave Sanatan Goswami to edit and review and to read this particular poem that he had just written and asked him for his opinion. Srila Sanatan Goswami read the pastime, but he pointed out, my dear brother, everything is very wonderful that's described to you. Amazing. But you have compared the beautiful hair of Srimati Radharani to a cobra snake. I feel that may not be appropriate. Then Sanatan Goswami was sitting and chanting his Japa here.
At Kadamba.
At Kadamba, right after giving his review to Rupa Goswami, he sat at Kadamba and was chanting his Japa, and suddenly a pastime of the Lord manifested in front of his eyes. That is the glory of the holy name. Nama Rupa Guna Lila. As we chant the holy names, as we become more and more advanced, the holy name reveals the form of the Lord, Rupa. And as we continue focusing on the holy names and become more advanced, then as we chant the holy names, through that holy name, the guna, the qualities of the Lord are revealed. And as we get more advanced through the holy names, the pastimes, the Lila of the Lord is revealed. Nam Rupa Guna Lila is revealed. And Sanatan Goswami was at that stage of chanting Japa, that as he would chant the holy name, as he would focus on hearing the holy name would reveal a particular pastime of the Lord.
Haribo.
He saw that a few young girls, they were putting together a beautiful swing, a jhulan. The most beautiful looking girl and boy came and sat on the swing, and all the other girls began swinging them. Sanatan Goswami was seeing this lovely scene and he was in bliss, total bliss. Suddenly, he noticed a dreadful sight. He saw a black cobra slithering up the chest of the girl on the swing. And Srila Sanatan Goswami, he started running towards the girl. Be careful, the snake will bite you. Oh, little girl, be careful, there's a cobra. And then suddenly, as he came closer, he realized that this beautiful girl is none other than most enchanting Srimati Radharani, surrounded by her loving gopis.
And then realizing that, Srila Sanatan Goswami realized that the beautiful hair of Srimati Radharani, in fact, what the cobra that he saw from a distance, which was slithering on this little lali, was indeed the beautiful black thick hair of Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani lovingly looked at Sri Sanatan Goswami, and she was caressing her hair in this way. And she said, "My dear Sanatan, whatever Rupa writes, it is true. And therefore, I wanted to show this to you, that my hair, when it is in the front, it indeed is like a black cobra." Jai, 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 Shri Radhe Shyam. So we can see here that Mayapur Srimati Radharani, we can see here how her hair is decorated in this way, just appearing like a black cobra, as is perfectly described by Srila Rupa Goswami. So Sanatan Goswami, he immediately offered his obeisances to Sri Radhe, and he ran back. Immediately he ran back to Rupa Goswami, to Ter Kadamba, who was, thinking of editing that particular suggestion that Sanatan gave. And Sanatan said, "My dear brother Rupa, don't change a thing. Don't change what you have described regarding Srimati Radharani's hair. It is the absolute truth." Jai Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki Jai. Srila Sanatan Goswami ki Jai. So one time, right here at Ter Kadamba, Srila Rupa Goswami, he desired that he wants to celebrate Janmashtami, and he desired to make some sweet rice offering, some kheer, paish offering, bhoga for Krishna. But he had no ingredients to make sweet rice. So just at that moment, as soon as he desired, a small girl, a little girl, came with her calf, and she brought with her some milk, some rice, some sugar, and she came and gave it to Rupa Goswami and said, "Here, Baba, here, please make some sweet rice. You wanted some sweet rice to make? So here are the ingredients, you make." And Rupa Goswami was so shocked that who is this beautiful looking lali, but none other than, then after some time, this little girl disappeared with her calf. And then Rupa Goswami made this wonderful, tasty, delicious kheer, and he offered it to his deities, Shri Shri Radha Govinda Devji. He offered them. And then when Sanatan came, he honored that sweet rice and he said, "Oh, Rupa, this sweet rice is ecstatic. It is so divine. It is so transcendental. How did you make this sweet rice? How did you do it?" And then Rupa said, "Well, there was a small lali, a small girl. She came and she gave me these things. I just desired to make some sweet rice, and this girl just came and gave me the ingredients." And Sanatan said, "My dear Rupa, you are so fortunate that Srimati Radharani is at your beck and call, that anytime you desire anything, she personally comes and delivers to you so that you can serve her Krishna." This is the wonderful exchanges, the loving exchanges that took place here at Ter Kadamba. Jai Shri Rupa Goswami Pad ki Jai.
This pastime explains to us, Krishna says, "Tu mere naam mein, to main tere kaam mein.
Haribo.
Par tu bhi tere kaam mein, to main apne dham mein." Meaning, if you are focusing on the holy names, then I will make sure that all your work is taken care of. But if you think you are the doer and you want to complete yourself, then I will go back to my dham.
Haribo.
So here it said, because Srila Rupa Goswami was so focused on hearing and chanting Krishna's holy names and in devotional service. Krishna was taking care of everything. Sri Radhe herself fulfilled Srila Rupa Goswami's spiritual desire to make kheer during this Janmashtami.
Haribo.
So now we go to the next place. Before that, you can see here in Ter Kadamba, when we went here in probably 2012, there is this one Babaji in the Ter Kadamba temple, which he was explaining this pastime of what would happen in Ter Kadamba. And there are so many murtis of cows, Nili, Pili, Megha, Shama, all these different names that are given to the cows. And this Babaji was explaining how Krishna would come. He would wear turban, he would have his lakuti. And while he was explaining this, he was saying, okay, who will become Krishna? And he told Kalasudha, Lali, will you become Krishna? And then he gave a turban on Kalasudha, and he gave a chadar on Kalasudha. So Kalasudha is Krishna, and he is explaining the pastime while enacting a drama with all of us, all of just extempore. And we could actually visualize what happened in Ter Kadamba, and it just stuck in our mind so engraved that we still remember. It was a wonderful sight, wonderful discussion, wonderful hearing, and with so much love, this Babaji Maharaj was explaining the glories of Krishna, the simple pastime of Krishna playing flute and then calling his cows, Nili, Pili, Megha. And then later, we heard an extension of this pastime from one of Srila Prabhupada's disciple. And she was telling that Krishna does the same thing in our lives. Many times, if he wants us to change our service, Krishna plays the flute and calls some of us to change the service. But so some of us come to Krishna, but others, we are stuck in grazing the same grass. So Krishna then has to come personally and tell then Krishna has to actually shout out for them that please come. First, he's calling by flute. Some get the message, some don't. Some of us get the message, some don't. But then when Krishna has to then call out that please come back, please change your service. Come back from grazing the cow and let's go home. But some of us listen to that, some of us continue grazing. Then Krishna has to come and actually pull us out of that service. And so sometimes when Krishna wants to change the service, we should understand when the flute is coming, we'll get some signals where we are not allowed to do the service as comfortably as we would want to. That is the signal we should change the service. If we continue, Krishna will send much stronger signals. And if we still continue, he'll send much more stronger signals. So in this way, this is the import of this pastime at Ter Kadamba.
Jai 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 Shri Radhe Shyam. Now from here, from Ter Kadamba, we walk to a beautiful village, which is the village of Javat. And it is the home of Srimati Radharani's in-laws. So Srimati Radharani, when the Brahma Vimohan Lila happened, when Lord Brahma had kidnapped all the cowherd boys, and Krishna had expanded himself as all the cowherd boys. So the Sakha who was Abhimanyu, Srimati Radharani was at that age also married to that Abhimanyu Sakha, who was of course none other than Krishna. And so Radharani, it is said that Abhimanyu is also a shadow expansion of Sri Krishna himself. And just for Srimati Radharani and Krishna to enjoy Parakiya Rasa, Parakiyaras, that's the reason why Krishna arranged for this whole marriage, so-called marriage, to happen. But ultimately it was again to Krishna himself. But nonetheless, Jatila Devi was Srimati Radharani's mother-in-law, and Kutila Devi was her sister-in-law. So here, let us take darshan of the beautiful room of Srimati Radharani. The room is actually located on the rooftop of this home. And this is the room where Srimati Radharani stays all by herself. Nobody is allowed in this room. It is the room of Srimati Radharani. And here there's just this one single bed and this beautiful picture of Srimati Radharani that is here. And we also now take darshan of Jatila, Kutila, and Abhimanyu. So we see also that Abhimanyu, because he's a shadow expansion of Krishna, he also looks almost like Krishna. And here, to meet with Srimati Radharani, Krishna would come with so many pretexts. So many times he would come as so many ways just to meet with Srimati Radharani, because Jatila and Kutila would not allow Sri Radhe to go. So Krishna, he would just disguise himself and he would come. One time, Krishna came as a bangle seller. And he came with a big basket of bangles. And then he said, okay, I'm going to put bangles for you, Radhe. And Jatila, Kutila were very happy. Yes, come. And then they started getting all the bangles. And as soon as Sri Krishna touched Srimati Radharani, by Krishna's touch, Radhe understood that this is not any bangle selling lady, but it is in fact my beloved Krishna. There's a beautiful Braja Geet also in this regard. It is said, Chaliya ka bhesh banaya, Sham chudi bechne aaya. Which means that Sham, Krishna, has come to sell the bangles. How? Chaliyaka bhesh banaya. He came, he just put on a disguise of a bangle selling lady, and he came so that he could spend some quality time with Srimati Radharani.
So we'll share a beautiful pastime that happens here in Javat and Kokilavan during our Japa tip section. So please stay tuned.
Haribol.
So from Javat, we come to Kokilavan. Kokilavan is not one of the 12 main forests of Vraja Mandala, but it is categorized as a Upavan. Upavan means a subsidiary forest like Viharvan or Tapovan and so on. So this is Kokilavan. Kokila means cuckoo bird. The forest where Krishna made sounds like a kokila. And thus came to be known as Kokilavan. So we visit here at the temple of Sri Radha Kokilavan Hari Bihari. And next to Sri Radha Kokilavan Bihari stands the temple of Shanidev, the presiding deity of Saturn. And even today, the sweet sounds of many birds, such as peacocks, peahens, male parrots, female parrots, swans, and cranes, their voices can be heard in this protected and enchanted forest. And animals like deer, like blue cows, Nilgai, can be seen wandering about. The Brijbasis, they bring their vast herds of cows here for grazing to Kokilavan. And the sweet kuhu of hundreds of cuckoo birds, kokilas, resound in this forest. It's mentioned in Garga Samhita, when Lord Krishna appeared, all the demigods, they visited Nanda Maharaj's house in Gokul. Lord Shanidev was also one of them. Everyone was allowed to take darshan of Lord Krishna, but not Shanidev. When Shanidev was going to take darshan of Krishna, Mother Yasoda stopped him at the door and said, My dear Shanidev, if my baby sees you, he'll be frightened. So hearing this word of Yashoda, Shanidev felt very disappointed and he went to perform penance to get the mercy of the Lord. And after a short time, Lord Krishna appeared before him and asked him, "What is the problem, my dear Shanidev? Why are you in the forest?" So Shanidev replied, "Oh Lord, please tell me one thing. When I am doing my duty to punish people according to their karma, then why people think about me that I'm malignant and I'm cruel? Shani chad gaya. Shani ki dasha ho gayi. Why people think that Shani Dev creates trouble only? Why do they avoid even my shadow? Today also, when everyone could enjoy the bliss of your darshan, I was denied that fortune and that benediction."
Haribo.
So Lord Krishna, he advised Shanidev, "You stay at this place in Vrajabhumi." And he also granted him the boon that whoever came to this temple to pray would immediately be freed from all worries and afflictions.
Haribo.
So Lord Krishna gave Shanidev his darshan and also made him famous. Though Kokilavan is a place where Krishna sang in cuckoo's note to call Srimati Radharani, today Kokilavan is more famous as the temple of Shanidev. So the forest where Krishna appeared before Shanidev is called Kokilavan, and now it is famous for Kokilavan Shanidham. Especially on every Saturday, thousands of devotees visit this place to take the blessings of Krishna's devotee, Sri Shanidev.
Haribo. So let us pray here to Shanidev Ji Maharaj that as Krishna benedicted him, that whoever prays to Shanidev, they would be immediately freed from all worries, from all afflictions. So may we be freed from all these worries so that we can render proper devotional service to Krishna. That we are praying to Shanidev Ji Maharaj ki jai.
So we take rest here in the night at Kokilavan, and we will continue the Vrajamandal Parikrama tomorrow. Let us discuss some glories of this Kartik month. Sri Padma Puran says, a person who happily reads the Bhagavad Gita in the month of Kartik does not return to the world of birth and death.
Haribo.
So in this month, we will share a sweet pastime of the Lord, which we can meditate upon. But before starting to chant our Japa, and we will see that our Japa will be elevated to a different level altogether. One time, the very playful Sri Krishna eagerly desired to meet Radhika. But because of the obstacles created by her mother-in-law, Jatila, sister-in-law, Kutila, and husband Abhimanyu, Sri Radhika could not reach their appointed meeting place. And so after waiting for a long time, Krishna climbed a tall tree and sweetly began to imitate the sound of a cuckoo. The loud and delightful call of this astonishing cuckoo bird. Radhika and the Sakhis, they understood it was a signal from Krishna, and they became eager and restless to meet him. At that time, Jatila addressed Vishakha. Vishakha, I have heard cuckoo birds make so many beautiful sounds, but I've never heard anything like the wonderful and the lengthy melody this bird sings today. What's going on?
And Vishakha said, "Oh, Dadi ji, Jatila ji, you know, We also have not heard anything like this before. This is certainly a very, very amazing cuckoo bird. So, with your permission, O Dadiji, we would like to go out and see. Look at this bird for ourselves. Can we go? Can we please go and can we take Radhe with us?
Take it. It's okay. But come soon.
Yes, Dadiji, we'll go and come back. So the old woman, Jatila Devi, gave permission for the Sakhis to go with Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani and the gopis were so happy. As soon as they came in, they saw that Krishna is sitting on top of this tree, waiting to meet with Sri Radhe. So the entire way they were so happy and they were meeting with Krishna. So this would actually be the normal way that Krishna would call for Sri Radhe by imitating the sound of the cuckoo bird. Coo! And Krishna would sing it very lengthy way so that it would be distinguished from the normal cuckoo bird. So Krishna would sing it in a very lengthy way. Coo! And then Radharani would understand, oh, this is Krishna calling. And immediately from Javat, she would run and come here to Kokilavan. It is said that another time when Krishna was here in Kokilavan, he had come here with some of his friends.
And Krishna was waiting for Srimati Radharani, but she was not coming. So Krishna started sending out the secret call sign from Kokilavan, which is the sound of the cuckoo. And hearing that, Srimati Radharani immediately understood Krishna is waiting, and she came to meet with Krishna. Now, in spite of sending all the call signs, Sri Radhe, this time Sri Radhe did not come. So Krishna asked Sri Dama, who is Sri Radhe's brother, why is Srimati Radharani not coming? And Sri Dama mentioned,
oh, Kanha, what to do? This Jatila and Kutila, Radhe's mother-in-law and her sister-in-law, they are standing as guard. They're sitting with sticks on the door and they are not allowing Srimati Radharani to leave the house today. What to do? That's why she's not coming.
So Krishna thought for a while and he whispered something into Srimati Sri Dama's ears. Pss, 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 pss. And Sri Dama's eyes became big as he heard Krishna's master plan. And he immediately ran to the home of Sri Radhe, right here in Javat. As per the plan, Sri Dama told Sri Radhe's dear calf, Hamsi, go to Radharani. And Hamsi very happily, galloping and dancing merrily, ran into the home of Sri Radhe. Jatila and Kutila were sitting guard at the door. And as soon as Hamsi went inside the door, Sri Dama came running and asked Jatila,
Oh, most wonderful mother, did you see my calf? Did it come running inside here? Did it go inside your house?
Yes, Sri Dama. Why can't you control your calf? Look, it has gone inside. Now go and bring it out and take it with you. Take care. This does not happen again.
Oh, yes. Don't worry. This will never happen again. I'll go right now and bring the calf out. So Sri Dama came straight inside the room of Sri Radhe and saw that Hamsi was happily playing there in the room with Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani said, oh, my dear brother, Sri Dama, how come you are here?
Sri Dama said, Krishna has sent me. He's waiting for you in Kokilavan.
Oh, but how can I go? How do you think I can go?
Wait, here's how. Krishna gave this brilliant idea to me. See, I'm your brother and I look just like you. We are also the same height. So here, You wear my dhoti, my kurta, and wear my turban to cover your beautiful hair, long hair. And then you carry Hamsi. This Hamsi was come in, this Hamsi calf, clasp Hamsi to your chest and run out. And Jatila and Kutila will think that I am running out with the calf.
Oh, well, that's okay. But what if Jatila and Kutila, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, what if they come to the room and they see that I'm not here? Then what will happen, Sridama?
Oh, don't you worry about that at all. I'll wear your sari and I lie down here pretending to sleep. If they come in to check, they'll think that you are sleeping in here.
Oh, Sridama, you are so intelligent. This way, I can go and meet my beloved Govinda and come back. What a master, wonderful plan you have devised, Sridama.
Oh, it's not me. All this is Krishna's plan.
Now, quick, quick, let's exchange our clothes.
So thus Sridama, he wore the sari of Sri Radhe and he lay down pretending to sleep while Srimati Radharani, what did she do? Shh. Srimati Radharani quietly dressed herself as a Gopa and as Sridama carrying Hamsi on her chest, she just ran out of the house. And poor Jatila, poor Kutila, they thought that, oh, Sridama is running out of the house holding the calf, while it was in fact Srimati Radharani. And then Srimati Radharani, we can see here how she's so gorgeously dressed as a Gopa. And she is coming to meet with Sri Krishna. And then Sri Radhe came into this forest of Kokilavan to meet with Sri Krishna. And beautifully, both of them enjoyed transcendental pastimes together in the blissful forests of Sri Vrajadham. Jai Jai Shri Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai. Mahabhav Swarupini Srimati Radha Thakurani Ki Jai. So we would like to also share with all of you some beautiful darshan of this particular pastime that we just shared, that in Vrindavan on the day of Gopashtami, here we see Sri Radha Shama Sundar, but we see here Srimati Radharani. She is actually dressed like a Gopa. And we can see her lotus feet also. This is a close-up here of Srimati Radharani. We see that she's not wearing any bindi. She's having a turban instead. Her hair is tied in the back, covered up with the turban, and she's dressed exactly like a Sakha, like a Gopa. So this is Srimati Radharani in Vrindavan, and here is Sri Radha Madhava of Sri Mayapur Dham. We see Srimati Radharani here as well, dressed as a Gopa. Beautiful darshan of Srimati Radharani, and here we see the four Sakhis on the side of Srimati Radharani, also dressed as Gopa on this most blissful day of Sri Gopashtami. Jai 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 Shri Radhe Sham. So today we will sing a very beautiful bhajan that is written by Sri Govindadas Kaviraj Goswami. And today's bhajan, we are dedicating it to our dearest Rasika and her family, to dearest Nutan Purohit Mataji and her family, our dearest Anjudi and her family, our dearest Hemangi Mataji and her family, our dearest brother, dearest Bhakti Mataji and Krishna Sharanam Prabhu, the family of our dearest Amrita Radhika, our dearest Keshavi and her wonderful family, and little Mehek, and also the devotees in the Hyderabad Sikandrabad congregation.
So may the Supreme Lord Nrsingadev grant protection and fearlessness to all of us. And we request everyone to please offer lamps to Shri Shri Radha Damodar during the bhajan. And it would be wonderful if you can turn on the cameras so everyone can take darshan.
Hare Krishna. Chahure mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Bhajahure mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange Tara Hoye Bhava Sindhure Bhajahure Mana Shri Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Shita Tapa Bada Varishana Edira Jamini Jagire Shita Tapa Bada Varishana Edike Ache Para Edire Bifale Sevino Kripana Durajana Bifale Sevino Kripana Durajana Chapala Sukhalaba Lagire Bhajahure Mana Shri Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Edhana Yovana Putra Parijana Itheke Ache Para Tidire Edhana Yovana Putra Parijana Itheke Ache Para Tidire Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala Bhajahu Hari Pada Nitire Bhajahure Mana Shri Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Nasyare Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Nasyare Pujana Sakhi Jana Atmanivedana Sakhi Jana Atmanivedana Govinda Dasa Abhilashare Bhajahure Mana Shri Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare Abhaya Charanara Vindare Abhaya Charanara
Radha Damodar ki,
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura
Jai.
Bhakta Vrinda ki, Srila
Jai.
Gurudev ki.
Jai.
So the questions for today, first quiz question is, why is Lord Shiva known as Aasheshwar Mahadev?
Second, what is the significance of Ter Kadamba?
Third, how did Srila Sanatan Goswami explain that Srila Rupa Goswami was troubling Srimati Radharani?
Fourth, with what did Srila Rupa Goswami compare Srimati Radharani's hair to?
Fifth, how did Kokilavan get the name?
Sixth, what is Kokilavan famous for?
Seventh, what was Krishna's master plan to meet Srimati Radharani in Kokilavan?
Thank you so very much, dearest Ananga Mohini Gopika, for these fantastic quiz questions.
So now let us open the lines for questions, comments, realizations, and reflections.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj.
Jai.
Hare.
Beautiful narration of story. Wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
your Kokila sounds were very good.
Thank you.
It is amazing, you know. I mean, Radharani herself comes and helps Rupa Goswami. It's unbelievable, you know. So much devotion, so much faith, you know, that we don't have. So that's what we long for. And this bhajan is very beautiful. This is one of my favorite bhajan. We sing it all the time. Bhaja Hare Manasina. Very nice, Mataji. Very good presentation. Wonderful. Everything is so clear. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji. Thank you so much.
Fully thank
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
And your Krishna fancy dress, I know. It's called a fancy dress. But your Krishna, you know, dress, that was nice. You were looking like one of the Gopa boys.
That was the mercy of that Babaji Maharaj who dressed me up in that way. And he, in fact, said he was giving the entire narration and he was saying, "Oh, Jashoda Maya, when Kanha would leave in the morning, he would get, you know, roti and chach." So, you know, that Babaji Maharaj gave his own roti, you know, so that was amazing to receive the Mahaprasad there from Rupa Goswami Pad, and you know, Mahaprasad receiving from that Babaji Maharaj who's been serving at that temple there, and he gave us that roti and saying that this is the roti that Jashoda Maya would give to Kanha when he would come here to tear Kadamba. So I was holding that roti in our hand and then we ate. It was really wonderful.
And pictures of Radharani dressing as Gopabai, those are beautiful. Yeah? Also deity dressing. We watch Mayapur all the time, but I guess we missed that particular.
Yes, this was only 1 year
Very
that she was dressed as a Gopa in Mayapur.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in Vrindavan, every year on Gopashtami,
Yeah.
Radharani, Srimati Radharani is dressed as a Gopa.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
you.
Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Dandavat
Prabhu.
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
All glories goes to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you so much Mataji Prabhuji for a wonderful session. We really enjoyed the pastimes in Ter Kadamba, and especially I love Prabhuji. You made a coil sound. I can do that. I can, because in my village, every person will do that one. The sound by placing their two fingers. But I will just simply watch them how they are calling, because if it is a long distance, they will call through whistle here
Yes,
in
yes.
my village, right? I don't know how to do that, but you beautifully done in Krishna's pastimes. I love that one, the sound you made, and the pastimes of, I mean, realization of a Sanatan Goswami, right? So that is also wonderful. The the snake slithering around Radharani, so he realized after that No, whatever shown to Rupa Goswami, he described in his literature or poem. So later he realized, right? So that is very wonderful. So you said like if we chant properly, we'll get that Nama Rupa, Gunali, everything will be manifested, right? So that is wonderful, Prabhuji. So if we focus on chanting, Krishna will take care of everything. If we think we are doing, and he will go to his thumb. So we don't want to do that. We want to focus on only chanting. We want Krishna.
Yes.
Without him, nothing will happen. Yeah, that I realized that one. And the other pastime also, Kokilavan pastime also, right? He manifested as a, I mean, Sri Rama went to Radharani's mother-in-law's home. That is very wonderful. But you mimicked very well, Prabhuji. TK, like that is it, right? Mimicry. You're a great artist, I felt today. Mataji, he has many talent, Mataji. Now I
Yes,
realize.
yes, you're right.
No, in association with Kala Sudha means that offering the art, culture, and beauty in the service of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. So in her association, a little bit here and there, I
No,
could
no,
get.
no, no, no.
But
Very
Kala
Both
Sudha
are
is
talented.
really an artist.
Both are talented, I feel. Mataji dressed as a Gopas in that Vrindavan, that is also wonderful. And I do remember in one of the pic you shared Prabhuji dressed as a flat Shiva, right? So I seen him. You I think some Hema Mataji from Hema Mataji I got it. So you done a fancy dress, I don't know, in competition, I don't know.
That
Oh,
was
Lord Shiva.
not Lord Shiva.
that was Kali, the personality of Kali.
Krishna,
We
sorry.
did a drama which is called as Kali's Nightmare. It is a drama script that is written by our Guru Maharaj, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj wrote this.
Okay.
It's a drama written by him. It's called The Nightmare of Kali. So, you know,
Okay.
how the Hare Krishna Mahamantra comes and destroys the plan of Kali, you know. So Prabhu
Okay.
had played the role of Kali,
But
personified
he
Kali.
dressed like Shiva. I thought, okay, Lord Shiva, he dressed like. That is also wonderful. I seen through Mataji. So she shown me one time, and when we meet each other at Chennai temple, so I come to know. I seen that photos of you, Prabhuji. So because and she is doing a wonderful service daily basis. She is
Oh,
sharing
yes.
that quiz and as well as that posting comments in Telegram app. So very
Oh, yes.
wonderful. We are learning.
And she's
Yeah.
designing every day, she's designing new thumbnails for all the YouTube
Yeah.
videos. So it's an amazing service that she's doing. And even Sri Radha Sarojini Mataji is doing. And, you know, our team of devotees, they're really
Ananda
amazing.
Mohini Mataji, sometimes Hari Prasad Prabhu, you too.
Yourself,
Very
you're
good
all
service.
part of
Prabhuji.
this team.
No, I'm just doing a menial, not even menial, lower
No,
than that.
no,
They are
no,
doing
no,
very
no,
well. I'm just
no,
learning
no,
from
no.
them.
That amazing
So
services, all of you, because we are doing it together, we are able to do it. Otherwise, you know, what can both of us do? We are nothing without all of you. So we are so grateful to all of you. Thank
thank
you.
you, Mataji. So wonderful narration and wonderful bhajan as well. And the glories of Kartik also wonderful. Everything is beautiful, Mataji. As Prabhuji said, Krishna Saran Prabhuji said, the PPT presentation also awesome and wonderful. We feel like only remaining only 12 more days are there. Why it is not continuing? We feel like that 30 days are past, right? So we have to wait for next year as well. Then now itself I started to feel, oh, November 8 comes, November 8 is nearing, November 8 is nearing, right? With that Kartik month,
Yes.
because we had your darshan daily basis. It's in the morning first week. I mean 6 o'clock. It's what we are having association with the devotee is most important. So that I felt. Even Prabhuji always quote that one. I don't know one verse from which Purana, I don't know. Yatra Gayantri Matbhakta, right, Prabhuji? So always
Yes,
Krishna will be there.
Shastri.
Yeah, so wherever the devotee is there, Krishna will be there, right? You. Every time you pointed out, so I wrote it in my note, but I forgot the verse complete. I mean, full verse. Only the 2 lines I remember in my mind. So we feel very good to have your association. Thank you, Mataji Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you
Dandavat
so much,
Pranam.
Prabhu. Thank you. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Anjudi, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Radhe,
Jai Shri
Jai
Radhe.
Shri Radhe.
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. Thank
Jai.
you for such a beautiful darshan, narration, slides, every and Radha Rani का गोपा रूप देख के तो क्या कहना. Oh my God, so beautiful, so beautiful. It was. But Gopashtami in India is on 1st November, if I'm right.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yes, and I think it's little Garima's birthday also.
Yes, it is the Tithi day of her birthday. Yes.
Yeah, okay. And this the narration was so beautiful, and the bhajan was also very, very nice. And the slides, oh my God, the way you had taken, they were so beautiful. Especially the small kid reading Bhagavad Gita. Oh my God, it was so I could not take my eyes off. I said, oh my God, it was so nice. And I have to yesterday we had a very, very, very wonderful experience of, I don't know how, like we had planned and we didn't know exactly. You had told us also yesterday was the disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada, but we
Ji.
had planned earlier that we will go to the Scon temple in near our house, which Bhaiya had told us in
Yes.
Whitefield. And over there we went, immediately we went over there, we got prasad, then we heard the glories of Srila Prabhupada. Maharaji was saying over there, and then we did offer Pushpa Shraddhanjali,
Mhm.
and all those invocation shlokas and everything they had did. And it was so blissful. We felt so blessed and it was so divine.
Jai,
And then
Jai.
offered ghee lamps, and there were so many devotees. And
Mm.
then again we got prasad. So yesterday we had two times prasad, and it was such delicious, like kheer. It was like, oh my God, I just had so much, so वो कहते हैं ना पेट भर गया पर मन नहीं भरा. And I think so God blessed us with this Mahaprasad so much, and it was
Jai.
so nice. And this I had taken my friends also, and they we all felt like so divine, so blissful. And I said, ये सब है ना भैया भाभी का ही जादू है जो हम पे कृपा हो रही है और किसी का नहीं है. They keep on guiding us and they keep on and I don't know how God is making the way, and we are just following that path. So
Yeah.
we are so grateful and so thankful for your divine association.
Thank you,
बस
Dee.
बस
We are
आपका
grateful.
नहीं, बस आपका हाथ पकड़ के हम चल रहे हैं. And thing, and I like the way Bhaiya had taken out those sounds, as Prabhu just now also said. Oh my God, they were so nice. So you were taking out from your mouth, or you were using something, Bhaiya?
No, it was, yeah, I was whistling kind of.
Do
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Do it.
I can't stop smiling. I have to stop smiling to make that sound. Maybe some other time.
Okay. Yeah, I can also whistle little, but not that. The sound was old, just like Kokila, it was so apt, very. Oh my God, so nice. So beautiful. And Bhaviji looks so beautiful, dressed up like Kahana. So nice with a pagdi. It was like Radha Rani, like Gopa Roop. It was reminding me of that only. It was so beautiful, very, very nice. Thank you so much for all this.
Thank you.
And then please guide us also very nicely, because I think so now 4th November,
Yes.
Bhishma Panchang will
Yes.
start.
Yes.
Though you
we
guide
will
us,
do
but
a
yeah. So
yes,
like
we
one
will
day
do a
before.
session before that. Yes. How to
Yeah.
do Bhishma Panchaka. We'll definitely do a session on that.
Yeah, from 4th, to this.
Yes.
It will be Tulsi Baba will be on 9th, right? India.
India,
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's on the 8th.
No, it's 8th. Yeah, 8th.
Yes, it's on the 8th.
Correct.
Here for us, it is on the 7th. 7th is the
Okay.
last day for us in Kartik here in the US. And so in India, it's on the 8th. So we'll definitely do a special session on how to do Bhishma Panchaka Vrata. We'll definitely do that.
Yeah, please. Okay,
Yes.
fine.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare
Jai Jai
Krishna.
Shri Radhe.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Radhe.
Radhe.
Hare Krishna, Shanti Keshi Mataji. Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvas Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Mataji. So Mataji, I have a question about Bhishma Panchak always.
Yes.
So Bhishma Dev, he left after the Kurukshetra, which happened in like month of December or something, right?
Correct. Yes.
So how is this Panchak related to his passing away, or?
It's not related to his passing away. That is the mistake that every time devotees, it's a misconception. It's not that Bhishma Dev passed away during this time. No, Bhishma Dev actually passed away in Uttarayan, it is said. And Uttarayan actually falls in early January or late December, right? So because Bhagavad Gita was spoken on Gita Jayanti, then 18 days of the Mahabharat war, and then a few days of coronating Yudhishthir as the king. So around 2020, I think around 22 days or 23 days after the Gita Jayanti, the Uttarayan is when Bhishma Pitama left his body. But
so he was alive for how many days, Mataji, after the war?
the entire time he was alive.
No,
During
I'm
the
after
war
the
and
war.
after-
How many days he was still alive?
A week or so after the war.
Yeah, a week.
after
Yeah,
the war.
5 to 7 days after the war.
And
Okay.
Gita Jayanti always falls in the later part of December.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this one is coming earlier, Mataji, 4th or something, December.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So what happens is then Bhishma Panchaka, Krishna gave this name to these 5 days of Kartik. It is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas that these last 5 days, starting from the Ekadashi, the last Ekadashi, which is the Utthana Ekadashi, till the Purnima day, the 5 days, sometimes it's 4 also, like this time for us here in
It's
US,
only
it is
4
4
days.
days. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5, but it's called the Bhishma Panchaka. So these 5 days were named by Krishna that if we do fasting for these 5 days, as is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas, then we get the benefit of doing the entire Kartik month, not just the Kartik month, but even the Chaturmasya. The entire Chaturmasya, we get the benefit of doing that vrata. And Krishna has suggested that because Pitama Bhishma was an Ajanma Brahmachari, right? He didn't have any descendants, right? So therefore, Krishna said that devotees who do this Bhishma Panchaka Vrata, that during these 5 days, the devotees who are worshipping, Krishna is saying that who worship me, devotees who worship me, they will offer oblations to my dear devotee Bhishma Dev. So therefore, Krishna named this 5 days as Bhishma Panchaka, that it is dedicated to Pitama Bhishma, that we offer tarpana in the Ganga water to Pitama Bhishma during these 5 days. As a, because he's our Mahajan, he is one of our Mahajans, and Krishna himself said that because Pitama Bhishma doesn't have anyone like his descendant, direct sons and daughters. So we are all like Pitama Bhishma's sons and daughters, Krishna said. So we offer oblations, tarpana, to in the name of Pitama Bhishma during these 5 days, and therefore Krishna named it Bhishma Panchaka. It's not that Pitama, some say, oh, Pitama Bhishma did this vrata. No, he didn't do this vrata. It is, Krishna recommended doing this vrata. In Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is said that it is for that, devotees dedicated to Pitama Bhishma.
Thank you
That's
so much.
the reason.
And
Thank
I like Prabhuji's explanation about when Krishna plays the flute, how the cows go running and some cows are grazing. And I'm probably one of those grazing ones. So actually, Prabhu, Mataji, I listened to this, he's a Telugu historian. So he wrote an incident that happened in one place called Machilipatnam in Andhra Pradesh. So he was saying that there are a few farmers, they live next to each other, right? So
Mhm.
they had these cows, and every day they would put the cows in the barn. But for a few days, the cows were not in the barn. They were just roaming away in the nighttime, and they
Oh.
were going to a certain tree. So the farmers didn't notice because it's nighttime. But
Mm.
then there was a sadhu or Babaji type of person. So he came and he told the farmers that, did you all notice that your cows are going somewhere in the nighttime?
Mm.
So they said, oh, really? So they said, well, it looks like they're going to one tree where Krishna is playing flute there.
Wow.
And these farmers, they went there and the cows are resting on the tree. But of course, I guess it's Krishna's mercy. They didn't get the vision, but I think that Babaji could
Understand. Yeah.
or probably he saw from the back of
Mm.
Krishna or something like that. So I so I was thinking, so Krishna still reciprocates,
Yes.
yeah. So I thought I would.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Any other questions or comments? If not, we will continue the Vrajamandal Parikrama, day 22, tomorrow. Please join us. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Srila Gurudev ki
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you so much, Surya Prabhu, for your comment. Thank you. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna,
pranam.
Prabhu. Thank you.